Good afternoon, Your Honor. I'm Christine Greider. I'm the guardian for Edgar Blum.
Thank you. I do see Ms. McKenna is present. I know that she is involved in the guardianship matter as well, so I will take notice of that. Do we have a Catherine Blum present with us? All right, counsel, have you had a chance to speak with the guardian for Mr. Blum?
No, I believe a colleague of mine had sent some email correspondence. They'd sent correspondence back and forth back in mid-June. And I believe that was the last time there'd been any communication, as far as I understand it.
That's correct.
Right. I have received a jury demand from Ms. Blum, Catherine Blum. Let me ask my staff if we received it. Did she pay for the jury trial? Mm-hmm. But she's not here today. Is there an opportunity for the guardian for Mr. Blum and counsel to try to resolve their differences or their issues?
I have no issue whatsoever. My father hasn't resided in that home in over a year. We don't have any property at that home. And I understand that the house has been foreclosed upon, and I'm perfectly fine with that.
All right. So you don't have any objection to a judgment being entered in this case, giving the possession to the plaintiffs. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. So all we need to really do is resolve the issue with Ms. Blum. And counsel, you've not had any contact with Ms. Catherine Blum. Is that correct?
Nothing recently, Your Honor. I did see there was a phone call it's been a while, but I think that was also back in June. But nothing in recent time, no. And I would just submit with a jury demand without any not appearing today without any answer to the complaint, raising any legal defenses. I would still say we'd be entitled to a judgment today.
Easy for you to say. I'm always reluctant to do that to people who are in pro per and not represented by an attorney. If there was an attorney on the other side, obviously, yes, I would agree with you. And I'm not indicating that you've missed anything or done anything that way. And I get it that this delays things even further. But when somebody does go to the trouble of not only filing a jury request, but actually paying for it, which is relatively unusual in my court, I have to give them some credence that they want to participate. So I don't know why she's not here today. And if she fails to appear again at the next court date that I'm going to set, then I will grant your request. But I usually try to give the benefit of the doubt to those who are in pro per, just because they don't always understand what they're doing, or something comes up and they don't know how to get a hold of the court. So I think what I'm going to do is set this matter for a quick status conference. I have a couple of dates that I can give to you. The next dates that I have available, one is next week. We would not have the trial then, but it would simply be a status conference to find out if she does appear. Or I can give you August the 3rd, but those are the next two dates that I have available. Which one do you prefer, sir?
I have no preference either way. Either one my office could appear for.
All right. Why don't we do July 27th? We'll send out the notice I think if we get it out today, we should have enough time to get Ms. Blum here. It's a local Gaylord address, so it shouldn't be any problem with that. I'll have my staff get right on that so that she has proper notice of that.
Your Honor, is the address given 4592 Wawasu?
Yes.
So that is the address of the home, and I'm not positive. I don't have communication with her any longer, but I don't believe she's living there.
Do you have an address for her different than that?
I do not.
Okay.
I just got an email saying that she just called into the courts saying she does not have a great address, but to send her mail to the library.
Yeah, no, we're not using the library as a. She just called in. I'm just getting information from my staff that she called in today Did she leave a callback number?
Not that I see.
And she didn't want to participate in Zoom today?
I didn't get all that information, but I will ask.
Let me have my staff here in court contact the staff that's out front that got the telephone call, and maybe we can resolve this a little bit better today.
Okay, thanks. Oh, she's in the parking lot. Gotta go check.
Our staff believes that she may still be in our parking lot, so they're going to go out and check to see if we can get her into the courtroom today, and hopefully try to resolve some matters by doing that. So if you'll be patient with us, we'll do what we can.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Catherine Blom now appears to be in the courtroom. Ma'am, are you Catherine Blom?
Yes.
I'll give you a minute to catch your wind because I know it was a long way in from the car. The attorney, put your appearance back on the record again, sir.
Again, for the record, Timothy Shervanack, P71136 on behalf of the plaintiff.
And then just so that the record is clear, the guardian for Mr. Edward Blom, Christine Dreider, is here as well. Is that you, ma'am?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. I believe we also have Betsy McKenna, who's one of the relatives of Mr. Blom, daughter, if I recall correctly, is here as well. Ms. Blom, before you were here, before I knew that you were out in the parking lot, we went on the record in this matter, and we simply indicated, I asked the guardian for Mr. Blom how they wanted to proceed, and they had no objection to the home going back to the plaintiff Veterans Administration because of the foreclosure sale. How do you want to proceed as to the home?
I would like an extension if possible. We had hoped that his children would allow him to sign paperwork either to sell the house or to refinance the house. They have some understanding and sympathy for him, but they haven't. They just want us out.
Well, I don't have any ability to give you an extension. That's entirely up to the Veterans Administration, who, as I understand it, have bought the home in a foreclosure sale. And now the time period for what you're asking for, that time period has passed, as I understand it. Counsel, am I correct in that?
That's correct, Your Honor. The foreclosure sale completed back in October of last year, and that 6-month redemption period has expired. So at this point, the only conversation would be as far as the move out date.
All right. So Ms. Blom, the plaintiff's Veterans Administration are not willing to grant an extension at this point. So the only issue really is there any legal problem with the paperwork that they've done?
I don't know. I have not received any paperwork. Everything goes to Christine because Ed's name is first on the mortgage. I didn't receive any paperwork for this because she changed my address to her address.
Well, as I understand it, you were out of the house at the time that, for a period of time when Mr. Blom was in it, and that you are no longer married to Mr. Blom. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Counsel, do you have any issues with proofs of service on Ms. Blom as to the documentation underlying all of this?
Well, Michigan is a mortgage foreclosure by advertisement state. Direct notice isn't required under Michigan statute. All that's required are the notices evidenced by the sheriff deed, the publication for 4 weeks, and then the posting of the property.
And all of those, in your estimation, have been complied with appropriately?
That's correct, yes.
All right. So Ms. Blom, that's where the plaintiffs are at. They believe that they've done all of those legal requirements appropriately, even if you didn't get actual paperwork in hand. And do you have any reason to believe that you would be able to come up with the full amount of the mortgage at this time?
I don't even know how much it is. I have no paperwork. They've sent me nothing.
Well,
Everything has gone to Christine, so I don't even know. They told me that mortgage had been canceled. Nobody at the VA could tell me what that meant. I talked to 3 different people. They just said, show up on the 20th at 2:15.
okay. What that means is that the VA has bought the mortgage. It was in collections. They bought the mortgage and they own it. They own the house now, and they want you to leave. They don't want to give you an extension to pay anything for the home. They own it.
Okay.
They simply want you to leave at this point. The attorney believes, and I haven't reviewed all of that, but the attorney believes that they've done all of the legal requirements for that to occur and that happened back in 2025. And so they're simply asking me for an order at this point to require you to leave the premises.
And when will that be?
Could be as quick as 10 days.
I'm having surgery next Monday. I have the paperwork from the doctor.
I don't doubt what you're telling me, but that doesn't mean that they aren't entitled to that request.
Okay,
If the mortgage hasn't been paid and there's a 6-month waiting period to redeem that is after the mortgage has not been paid, they have to wait for 6 months for it to be paid, and it hasn't been. Typically, the court grants their request at that point unless there's some legal reason to not do that. So that's why I'm asking you today if there's any other legal reason that you have to postpone things.
the only legal reason is because his children wouldn't let him refinance or sell it. They
No.
blocked it. It's.
I understand that you believe that, but I'm also the judge in the probate side of things, on the guardianship side of things, and I don't know that that's an accurate statement. I don't doubt that you believe that, but I don't believe that the children have prevented anything from happening.
They don't, well, Ed can't sign anything. She's his guardian and his conservator,
That's true.
right? So he can't sign anything. So he wasn't able to do anything with this because of them.
The guardianship and conservatorship was done way after the mortgage hadn't been paid.
But, and that was, I don't even know when that was, but it's all accumulated because they wouldn't let Ed.
You're
and I
certainly
do
entitled to
anything.
your beliefs, ma'am, but that has nothing to do with today's proceeding in
Okay,
this court.
okay.
Okay? Anything else that you want to say? Counsel, have you provided me with a proposed order in this case? I don't see one in the court file, but I may have missed it.
I don't believe my office forwarded one, no.
All right, if you would do so under 7-day notice, Ms. Blom, where would you like to have, what they're going to do is they're going to send a proposed order to the court, and they're going to send a copy of it to you. And if you believe that the order doesn't say what I said today in court, you have the right to object to it. Where do you want them to send a copy of that order to?
To my home address, not the one Christine gave you. 4592 Wawasu in Gaylord.
Is that the home that's being foreclosed on?
Yes,
How are you going to get mail there?
I'm still there.
All right. Counsel, what do you want to use for the date of to be out?
Your Honor, I have discretion for my client. Instead of the 10-day statutory period, I could just make it 30 days from today, August 20th.
All right, that gives you some time then, Ms. Blom, after your surgery to get out of the house. Counsel, if you would forward that note, that order to me for signature, and then send a copy to Ms. Blom at the address that she's requested, which is 4592 Wawasu Drive in Gaylord. I'd appreciate that.
Yes, Your Honor, I will prepare that and send it out.
And then please send copies to Ms. Greider. And Ms. Greider, can you get that to Ms. McKenzie? Or is it McKenna? I apologize. Ms. McKenna. White on white and the letters on my screen don't stand out for me to read them very well. I apologize for that. So counsel, can you get that information to Ms. Greider as well as to Mr. Blom?
Yes, I can.
All right. Thank you very much. That's all for today then. You're free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Appreciate it.
A courtroom falls silent as one question hangs in the air. Who has the right to stay when a family home is gone forever? Before the judge sits a heartbreaking dispute involving an elderly man, his family, and a house that was already lost. The property had gone through foreclosure after years of unpaid mortgage payments. The Veterans Administration claimed ownership and came to court seeking possession. But behind the legal documents was a much deeper family conflict. Catherine Blom stood before the judge, asking for more time. She argued that the situation could have been avoided if the family had allowed Edgar Blom to refinance or sell the home. But the court saw the matter differently. The judge explained that the foreclosure process had already been completed, the redemption period had expired, and the legal requirements had been fulfilled. With surgery approaching, Catherine faced an impossible reality, leaving the only home she had known. In the end, the judge granted additional time, allowing her 30 more days before the final move-out date. A simple eviction hearing became a painful reminder that behind every court case, there are real people, broken relationships, and stories that documents can never fully explain.